Hello everyone, welcome to Lukman IAS. I am Lakshmikant Zaibhai, faculty at Lukman IAS. Today we are have with us Ruchi Bindal, who has secured All India rank 39 in Civil Services Examination 2019. So we'll have interaction with her and her journey about, let's say, from starting preparation to All India rank 39. So hello Ruchi. First of all, I would like to congratulate you on such wonderful success in this civil services examination and let's say securing all India rank at 39.
Hello, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes. So first of all, Ruchi, I would like to ask you, will you please briefly introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. My name is Ruchi Bindal. I've secured an All India rank 39 this year. I've done my graduation from Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi University in BA program. And post that, I've done my post-graduation, which is from Jamia Millia Islamia in MA in Conflict Analysis and Peace Building. Coming to my UPSC preparation, I have given 5 attempts till now. This was my 5th attempt.
Okay.
And initially, in the first 3 attempts, I could not clear prelims. However, in the 4th one, I could not clear mains. And in the 5th one, I secured an All India rank 39.
Okay. So how do you feel, Ruchi, now after securing All India rank 39? What is the new feeling you are having after, let's say, this having such long journey in preparation of this examination?
So I feel relieved that this cycle is over and with a very good outcome.
Yes.
Moreover, I also feel happy and excited for the coming days, sir.
Yes, 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 Ruchi. So, will you please briefly take us to your journey from preparation, start of the preparation to securing All India rank 39? Briefly, just tell us about how was your journey throughout these years?
Uh, it was a roller coaster ride, to be honest, sir. Starting from prelims till interview,
Yes.
but however satisfying, because once you clear prelims or once you reach the main stage, you reach a certain level of confidence where you want to
Yes.
study more and make sure that you clear prelims also, mains also with a very good margin. So
Yes.
I took a lot of test series during mains. Similarly, I also took a lot of test series which was during prelims,
Yes.
and eventually reached till interview, which was the most exciting phase for me because it was fun to prepare for. It was fun to give mocks. So it was a very good journey, sir.
Yes, yes. So you have. It looks like you have enjoyed this journey. That is very positive thing, Ruchi. So we consider that this is very important achievement or significant achievement in civil services aspirants' life. So according to you, what do you think that the unique things or characteristics that a candidate should have to pass this examination with such wonderful success?
Uh, so I think there's nothing unique that you need to have to pass the exam. You just need to ensure that you give the adequate respect to the exam that it deserves. So through respect, you ensure that you contribute positively while preparing. You read, you do revisions multiple times, and then take a lot of mocks. So I think it's the respect that is necessary to give to the examination process.
Okay, so you are saying that respect with respect to the time invested or hard work you are giving, dedication, all these things, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, Ruchi. So coming to some specific questions, will you please share your strategy of general studies mains preparation?
Yes, sir. So should I go subject-wise or generally in all the subjects?
Yes, you can let's say give brief idea about all paper, GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So sir, my major strategy was to prepare very short notes for each subtopic. Uh, like for in GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, I had divided the syllabus according to my convenience,
Yeah.
wherein I put in all the topics that were there in one particular subject under one head. Like for GS3, I had put in all the subtopics of agriculture under one head, all the topics of economy under one head. So it became very easier to consolidate all the notes.
Yes.
So I prepared very short notes for each subtopic and
Yes.
revised them multiple times.
Yes.
Apart from it, to make sure that my notes are credible and add veracity to the material that I had created, I collected some of the statistics or some of the indices that were there,
Yes. Yes.
kept those indices in one of the substructures or subtopics of the syllabus. So it came in handy whenever I had to write an answer about that topic. Uh, Similarly, like I can quote an example of this year mains. There was a question on human development in GS2. So
Yes.
I quoted a human development index there. So
Yes.
that is how I created indices compendium also.
Yes.
Apart from it, I focused on writing a lot, sir, this time. I could not clear mains last year because I did not do enough writing. So
Okay.
this year I made sure that I write a lot of tests.
Yes. So Ruchi, you just now mentioned that you focus more on writing. So tell us what is the relevance of having a complete test series for general studies and let's say writing practice in terms of test series and having feedback from any standard institution. What is the relevance for this examination?
So I think if you have a test series, you have a basic framework on how you have to proceed further in the coming days. You have a set timetable. So one section can be completed in 1 week or 2 weeks, let's say, and then you write that test. You analyze yourselves, how well have you studied, and moreover, when someone else checks your paper, you get to know another perspective of how to write the answers. Because sometimes we tend to think that okay, we have written brilliant answers, however the feedback may not be the same. So
Yes.
it's good to have a second opinion and
Yes.
work on the mistakes accordingly, sir.
Yes, yes, Ruchi, that is very good insight that you are providing here. So you have written general studies mains test series at Lukman IS, right? So
Yes.
how did you find the quality of questions, let's say discussion or model answers, or even let's say feedback by the faculty, especially Ansari sir, regarding ethics paper you can mention, especially. So how was your experience at Lukman IS?
I had written all the tests. I think I've written 8 tests of ethics at Lukman and a couple of tests for GS. So
Yes,
writing ethics paper helped me immensely in the mains examination because I could relate to all the personal experiences that I had written already in the test series, and
yes,
how sir had appreciated the some of the examples that I had written. So that stayed in my mind, and I was able to replicate those same examples in the mains paper. Similarly, case studies also helped a lot. The types of case studies that are asked in the question paper at Lukman, they were
yes,
very similar to what has been asked in the UPSC.
yes,
This time, I do agree there were case studies that were very unconventional, but
yes.
with a lot of practice on case studies that I had written during the test, it helped me in writing good answers in case studies as well. However, the mains are not marks are not out yet, but I can only assume that I have written good answers.
Surely, surely, Ruchi. So, yes, earlier you have mentioned that, yes, in 2019, that there is some kind of change we can observe. Kind of questions that are being asked in GS2 paper or even the essay paper has completely a new dimension of asking philosophical ethics topics. So did you find any change in that respect? What are your insights and how were you able to tackle such new challenge in 2019 paper?
So, with respect to essay, I do agree there's one of the essays that is asked which has a philosophical bent to it.
Yes, yes,
So, while writing ethics, it becomes easier to have that philosophical bent in your answers. That comes in handy while writing essay paper also. Uh,
yes,
so what I did was, and after analyzing the past year essay papers, I inferred that there's generally one philosophical essay that UPSC asks. So I had created a framework of how to tackle a philosophical essay, and also took in certain points from ethics. So
yes,
quoting different thinkers from ethics probably, or writing good examples which can just pick up from ethics only.
yes,
So that plays a very big role. Apart from it, I think the questions that are given in the ethics test series, I picked up a lot of material from questions itself.
yes, yes, yes.
So that also helped me a lot, sir.
Yes, yes. So, Ruchi, you agree that So preparation of GS4, that is ethics paper, surely benefits in essay paper now on, right? So in philosophical ethics topic especially, right? So that is good thing. So yes, one more thing I would like to ask you here, that the students are finding very difficult nowadays that how to balance between the current affairs, that is a growing aspect in this examination, be it in prelims examination, be it mains examination. How let's say students should balance this conventional part study and current affairs part study. There is a dilemma, and to add this dilemma, we can see that there is a flooding of material of current affairs in the market. So how were you able to let's say tackle this challenge as well as overcome this dilemma?
So I had initially only decided that I will restrict my sources to the minimum. So I had created a list of the materials that I will refer to, and I only stuck to them.
Yes.
And coming to the first part of your question, where how to balance between current affairs and static, I think it's a very integrated process. More or less, UPSC has become more towards current oriented, and the static also that is asked in the papers, it is also related to current affairs somewhere or the other.
Yes.
So
Yes.
while reading the current affairs, I made sure that whatever I read from current affairs should always have a static backing to it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that is how I balanced it. Sir, I think I missed one part of your question, which was about GS2. How GS2 has become very unconventional
Yes.
in the coming years.
Yes. Yes.
So in the GS2, I think ethics plays a very big role in GS2 as well, because a couple of terms or these subtopics in GS2 overlaps with the ethics syllabus, like
Yes.
transparency, accountability. These are overlapping topics.
Yes.
So
Yes.
once you prepare for ethics, it becomes easier to answer it for GS2 as well.
Yes, yes, Ruchi. What was your optional in UPSC examination?
It was sociology, sir.
So, can you please give us a brief idea about how did you prepare optional subject?
My optional also says it was similar to GS strategy, where I kept my resources to the minimum. I only referred to two books and some of the test series, video lectures,
Okay.
and prepared my notes from these sources.
Yes.
So after preparing my notes, I kept on revising them multiple times and also wrote a lot of tests for it. So
Yes.
with writing tests, I was able to analyze where my answers were lacking, and then I added material to it.
Okay. Okay, Ruchi. So apart from this, let's say study part, so we can understand that it has been, let's say roller coaster ride, as you have mentioned. So there must have been, let's say, points of highs and lows and some stress situations throughout this journey. And you may have, let's say, felt demotivated from time to time. So how did you, let's say, kept you yourself motivated throughout this journey and got such wonderful success in this examination? Please tell us about that also.
Yes, I agree. There are a lot of lows than highs in this journey, because you keep on doubting yourself. You keep on doubting the strategy that you're following, because there's so much information out in the market that you tend to confuse yourself. I
Yes.
also did the same, but I made sure that whenever I'm in that strategy, I sit with myself and analyze why am I thinking like that. Uh, how to deal with it. So I talked to myself a lot, and if I had to cry, I cried also. I just got over with it, like cry, get over with it, and then move forward. Moreover, my family has been a very big support for me. I kept on talking to my family about my mistakes, about my lows, and they motivated me to do better the next day.
Okay. So that is a very good thing that you have mentioned here. So did you have any hobby to, let's say, overcome this such stressful situations, or we can say that almost UPSC aspirants spend a lot of time in studying, so that may lead to stressful situations in future. So what kind of, let's say, extracurricular activity we can say that should a student should follow in this journey?
So it depends on the person's interest personally, what they find enjoyment in. For me, particularly, it was painting and watching movies. So occasionally I painted or watched movies, and also met my friends also. So
Yes.
that was also a very big part. weekly I used to meet my friends.
Yes. So Ruchi, so lastly, we would like to let's say advise you. What will be your words of wisdom to those who have just started this preparation of this examination, let's say, or those who are going to start the preparation of 2021 attempt? So, what will be message from your behalf to those students?
So I would only want to say that it's take it as an exam. Don't let it hijack all of your life. It's just an exam that you need to clear, but pay adequate respect to it and enjoy the entire journey, because once you're into it, you will enjoy every bit of it. Be it lows also. You will remember lows, and you will low moments also, and you will enjoy those low moments also later on.
Okay, and then lastly, I would like to ask you to just add let's say words of advice to those students which are, let's say, just have given one or two attempt, but they are not able to, let's say, crack this examination yet. What is the message to those students?
I would firstly congratulate them on sticking to their decisions for a couple of years. I am a living example of how I have failed for multiple attempts and then secure this rank.
Yes.
So I would only suggest that be consistent, keep on working hard, don't feel motivated. If I can do it, anybody can. Anybody can.
Sure. Yes, Ruchi. So, thank you for sharing such a wonderful experience, your journey to All India Rank 39. So, this would be surely helpful to all those new aspirants and those who are giving this examination, preparing for several years now. So, thank you so much for sharing your experience, and once again, congratulations to you for such wonderful success on behalf of Lukman IAS team. And best of luck to your new journey as an IAS officer. Thank you so much, Ruchi.
Thank you so much, sir. My pleasure.
Thank you.